What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I appreciate you guys for rocking and being with us here. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome. Blessings. And thank you for sharing, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. Thank you for being here as well. Got you Wednesday. That's Kathy with the daily line. Appreciate you. I want to thank you guys for being part of all that we do. As always, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. That's not what I wanted to do. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. And let everybody know that the brothers are in the building. Today, we are continuing with the process conversation. Today, we are discussing the biggest life lessons. The biggest life lessons. So make sure you're letting everybody know that the brothers are in the building. Let's go. I may go off topic before we get started with it. I think that's a whole topic in itself. So I'll save that for Thursday. That's going to be Thankful Thursday. So listen, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Let everybody know that the brothers are in the building. If you're getting part of our text service, text LWN to 84576. Make sure you text LWN to 84576. Once again, text LWN to 84576. Never miss broadcasts. Never miss what's going down with the brothers. The brothers. All right. See Pastor hanging in the wing. We're going to get him up in uno momento, as well as I think some other brothers should be coming through. But we'll see. And maybe just me and Pastor. And that's all good. All right. So hang tight. Hold on. We're going to go ahead and kick this off. What time is it? There we go. Right on time. And we'll be right back after this. I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy.
Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come. Change gon' come.
A co-op has to start with ownership.
Right.
We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Because this is covenant.
The whole premise is that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this just possible, often vested in the legacy.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
Just because of the clear weather.
Hey, good morning. What's up, Keith? Good morning.
Morning, folks.
How is everybody this morning?
Happy Wednesday.
This hump day.
Yeah, hump day for those who are off, whose work day or work weekends on Friday.
Yeah. Nah. How my life is set up.
Yeah, see the way my calendar is set up.
Right. Yeah, it is. What day you off?
The day
every day I'm hustling.
Yeah, you're off the day that you take off. That's what it is.
Right. There it is. What day you off? Guess what? I'm off today.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
all right. I'm not gonna take away from the topic of the day.
You are. Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna leave it alone. And this is for all the sports fans out there. Ja Morant's dunk last night was the dunk of the year.
I ain't see it.
Oh,
I will. I guarantee I will.
Elizabeth,
I'm
you coming
done.
home? You coming home?
I'm done. That's it.
Guarantee I will.
The dunk of the year. The
They won that.
entire season.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
There was some good ones this year,
Okay.
so he must have really did some dirty stuff.
Nasty.
Okay. I can't wait.
Okay. All right.
All right. We good. Got it out.
Nope.
All
But
right.
I'm good.
For now.
All right. So today, we've been continuing our series with the process. Today, we wanted to talk about specifically some of our biggest life lessons. Things that have taught us, given us perspective on life or shifted our mind. Whether it's an event, whether it was just a word of encouragement or wisdom, or just or even some things we've done that we've learned a lot from. I can jump in because I see Fast is like, where are we going with this?
Oh no, I'm already there.
Oh, you're already awesome. And I think for me, like one of my biggest life lessons, one of the things that I've learned was when just having kids, that taught me. I thought I had patience. I thought I had patience a mile wide, but I realized I needed to work on that. Like how like in lifting weights, you think you have one weight, down until you pick up another weight. Am I freezing? Am I good? Am I good?
You're good.
I mean, I can hear you. You freezing, but
Okay.
carry on.
Okay, as long as you can hear me, that's fine. We got a podcast. As long as they can hear, it's all good. So just I think for kids has been children. I know I'm trying to get out of saying kids. Lord, the worst part about that kids situation, everybody don't know. We say kids. If you look up the definition, honestly, it's in the Bible as well. That's the worst part. I read it. I was like, I thought I've been reading my word. But it's clear. Kids are baby goats. That's
Told
what
you.
That's what kid means. It means that.
Okay, all right, you got me.
Listen, so don't worry. Wasn't one of them things like this year? What they say? I found out today years old. Or what they say?
I was today years old when I found out that the kid is a baby goat.
Yeah.
My mother told me that like 5 years ago. I've been trying to tell everybody ever since.
I mean, I kind of knew that, but I wasn't giving it into that perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold that to myself. Go ahead, carry on.
Right. Listen, Sam said exactly what everyone's like, and that's exactly what they act like. Little baby goats. Hey, Mama Corey.
Yeah, right on cue.
Good one. Right.
Hey.
So yeah, like I said, today's we're talking about the life lessons and having children. I think is one of them. And being able to have patience. It tested a lot of my patience, and I failed some, but I've gotten better. Learning to see through situations. I feel like children, they grow you up. If they mature you. If you're really involved with your children, they really put a certain level of maturity into you. Like you discover certain things, I guess, dealing with situations and things of that nature. But and I'm just in one phase. All right, so I'm gonna pass it off. Pastor, I know you said you was already there. What was one of your biggest life lessons?
The biggest life lesson, I think, at least one of the lessons that has had the greatest impact in my life, when I think about the first time I struck out playing baseball, when I think about the first time I looked silly in the middle of a basketball game, when I think about the first time I messed up speaking in front of my classroom, when I think about the time I did not pass the test on that Friday in elementary school,
Right.
when I think about the time that I was with my Cub Scout group and I left the group while we were at a park and I got lost and had to find my way home, had to walk home like 2.5 hours to get back to my house. And I was scared to death, but I didn't know how I was going to get home. And I kept walking and made my way home. When I think about the time that I missed a taxi cab after school and it was wintertime in Illinois and my hands and feet were so cold that I could no longer feel them. I was aching on the inside and I had to run across the street to some strange people's house and call the YWCA and have somebody come get me. And I got to the YWCA, I forgot, maybe 3rd grade, 2nd grade, something like that. And my mom put me in the sink in the girls' bathroom at the YWCA to try to thaw my hands and feet out. Wow. When I think about the frustrations, the failures, the hurts, the pains, the greatest life lesson for me was get over it. Get over it. Because it won't be the last time you get hurt. It won't be the last time you get disappointed. It won't be the last time you fail at something. But here's the thing. As much as I appreciate my successes, my advances, my elevations, get over it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you won't remain hungry. So the greatest lesson for me, get over it, get past it, keep moving, keep pressing,
Right.
So in everything and when I lost my son, at some point you may never get over it, but you got to move past it.
Right. Yeah.
You got to keep moving. You got to keep going. And so that, to me, that's the greatest lesson for me, or the lesson that is having the greatest impact on my life is get over it.
Right. Definitely. That I've never done it when I was young, like get myself into a situation where it was like cold, like that. But I had when I was older, I fell asleep on my on a train and went too far. Had to get out, and it was like freezing, like one of those open platforms, like Chicago, but it was in New York. Open platforms, and it was just like I was sitting there like, is this gonna be it? Like, is this how I'm going out, God? Like, just right here, this is. Because it was that cold. I was like, I don't know how long I could sit here and wait. I think because someone was coming to get me. I was like, it is cold. Like, you try everything, try to warm up. But yeah, those life lessons of getting over it. That's big. Coming to the stage right now, all the way from Florida. My man,
the whole state,
50 grand, the whole state, Florida. He just been all over. Mr. Ephraim, reparations, Terrell.
Yes, sir.
What's up, my brother?
All over the state, baby. What's going on?
What's going on, brother?
I can't call it, man. Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all doing all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So Sam had a question about a story as you shared, Pastor. She says, how small were you to fit in the sink?
That's what she got out of all of that. That's what she got. Wow. Okay. All right.
That is true focus, Sam. You really focused on that thing.
Yeah, and that's my homie right there. I can't say nothing about that. That's it. Yeah.
Boy, she had focus on this thing. Hey.
Oh, so Kaneem, what has been some of your biggest life lessons?
Oh man, I was sitting here thinking about it, man, and I'm gonna have to say my mom really grasping that her mental state was truly affected by being bipolar. Well, back then it was manic depressive, but whatever. And having different. I mean, there's several moments where you get shocked, but I remember I think I was maybe 21, 22.
Right.
and it was Christmas, and I had went to visit her for Christmas, and it was just me and her, and I was in. She had cooked like a little small Christmas dinner or whatever, and I went to go cut me a piece of ham, and it's a whole lot of backstory that I'm not giving y'all, but I'm just getting to the point. I went to go cut me a piece of ham, and she asked me, she's like, Neem, because she called me Neem. She ain't never say my whole name. She was like, Neem, what you about to do with that knife? I said, I'm about to cut me some ham.
All right.
She said, yeah. And then she was like, you sure you ain't trying to kill me?
Oh.
And I was like, because my back was to her. So I had to turn around, and when I turned around, I still had the knife in my hand. I was like, what you talking about? And she started backing up. And she went to go grab her knife. Okay. So I put the knife down.
Right.
And I was like, hold on, mama. You know what I'm saying? We about to enjoy dinner. I don't know what you thinking, but we need to get to a better place. So, because y'all had to talk her down from where she was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after talking her down that day, that was the last time that I ever spent the night at my mama's house. I was 21, 22, because I didn't know what she was going to do while I was asleep. You feel me? She might have an episode, and I might not wake up.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, that was the last time I slept at my mama's house. But that's just it's more to it than that. You know what I'm saying? So this was 21. Imagine when I was 10, 13. You know what I'm saying? As a teenager, you know what I'm saying? But this is, you don't know your mama certified crazy. Well, certified mentally incapable until you get to a mature point to kind of be able to reasonably recognize that there is a major issue going on.
Right.
But yeah, I got it. Yeah. But I think that would be the biggest. And I think when she was, I think 51, she went to prison. And when she went to prison, I was like, she's not gonna last too much longer, because her mind kept deteriorating, her capacity to have, logic. It was just going and going, because she wasn't taking her medicine.
Gotcha.
What I'm saying?
Right.
I knew she wasn't gonna live too much longer, but I still didn't have a relationship that I wanted to have, even though I'm the only child. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like she got no other kids to come and help and all that. So, but I didn't have a relationship that I wanted to have. I thought I should have had, but I still appreciate what she did for me. But she did keep the roof over my head. She did keep food in my stomach. She did teach me right from wrong. You know what I mean?
Right. Bro, you feel like she did all that she was capable of doing
when she was taking her medicine? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But as she got older, she just stopped taking. And then she was fighting addiction with, drugs other than those.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, on one hand, she trying to stay stable with the prescribed drugs from her psychiatrist, and then on the other hand, she's still going around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Hitting up folks for you feel what I'm saying? So it was like I don't know. It was crazy, man. That's why I say it's. I think my mom gave me my biggest life lessons on how to move in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody, even though she was almost 6 foot tall, slim, long hair to almost to her butt.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, she still was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You wouldn't know it though. You know what I'm saying? So you never judge a book by its cover. So I've never really, you see folks, you think that you got an idea of what their life is like by their presence or or the perception that you view, and it could be totally different. So I don't never just shut folks down for what I see. I just gotta kind of like if I want to get to know them, I interact with them a little bit. Then I know if I'm gonna let you in or if I'm just gonna stiff arm you and keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that. Your mother
Right.
taught you to see beyond the veil.
Yeah. But that's my biggest lesson, man. My mom.
Gotcha. What about you, Mr. Reparations? What has been some of your biggest life lessons?
Oh,
You
man,
look at his name and know what it is.
Yeah, you already know. Pay the people. If you under the sound of my voice, you are grossly underpaid. You know, and I'm still learning. I don't claim to have it all. You feel me? I'm still somewhat of a young man, but it's for me, it's just been about focus, finding out what's most important in the situation and putting your all into that. Some of the mistakes I made was kind of being split. That's it. Come on, Dr. Rouse, let's go get this money, man. Pack up, go to Washington at night. But it's what old folk call it double-minded. Bible call it double-minded. But like just being divided and not all out. And a lot of times to get certain things done, if I would have had focus, I could have really knocked it out. If I had focus, I really could have finished this thing in this amount of time. Thank God for another day, new mercies, fresh opportunity. I thank God for being able to reclaim some things that I thought were lost. All that's beautiful. And I thank God for that. But if I would have just had my behind focus in the first place, maybe we would have to do all that. So for me, it's been that. It's been find out what's most important. And this is a pretty hard way to say it, but find out what's most important and disregard everything else. And that could be friends, and that don't mean that you don't talk to your mama or you don't, go visit your grandma. I'm just saying put that number one thing, keep that main thing the main thing. So that's kind of something I really learned and I could have benefited from in a lot of different situations. I was not focused. I was focused on the wrong things. I was there in the name of, like college, I was there in the name of a degree and was focused on every single thing else but a degree. Just assuming that it was just going to come naturally, right? Because that's how they did me in school. You showed my whole the second half of my senior year. My first senior year, I got the first semester, I got straight A's. Never had straight A's before or since. That second semester, I had my coach for 2 periods, and then I had like a psych class. Like I ain't do no. I just showed up. We played basketball for a quarter. They liked me all the way to graduation, right? So I just kept going to college thinking it was gonna be the same thing,
Right.
But them teachers, they don't care if you miss the bathroom. They don't care if you miss class. Ain't nobody calling your class to get up. It's just like I just want to focus. Right. So focus for me, man.
I got you. So you felt like you were so you didn't put all your energy in one space. You kind of was like all over the place kind of thing.
All over. Even on good things. You know what I'm saying? I'm still like that today. I have my hand on trying to get this rolling and have my hand on trying to do an investment property. So I got to call Kaneem, and then I want Pastor to tell me what Ephesians talking about, and then I want to go see if my pastor can tell me how to be a better husband. Now, I'm not saying all those things can't exist at once, but I'm saying sometimes I've been guilty of being spread out so thin that I haven't been effective in anything. You feel me? Right. So that's what good and bad things. All those things are good, but sometimes you need to prioritize, finish a thing first. Y'all should see me clean the house, man. If I ain't had a tangent, bro, I would literally vacuum, then go put the broom up, or go back, try to get the dustpan, and start cleaning the bathroom. I promise you, bro, like on some ADD stuff, I'm telling you, it's like really a lack of focus. So I'm sitting around an hour and a half in the cleaning, and technically, I haven't done. You see what I've done? I make a difference. You can see my footprint, but I haven't finished a thing yet. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what I
think. So pretty much, we got the pastors get over it. I said the patience. With Kaneem is just being aware and knowing those that are around you. and Mr. Reparation says focus, putting energy more into one space. So let me ask this. He said, "What's that?"
One space at a time.
One space at a time. Right, at a time. I've been there. I'm there sometimes. It takes some effort because I'm like a squirrel because I see something like, oh, let me go down this rabbit hole. Oh wait, let me go this way. Oh wait. I like that. Hold on. Then you look at time. Heck on it. I didn't finish what I sat down for. So it definitely can get the best of you. You know, when you, it's like because you want it, because I don't know. I'm probably in your same space, Terrell, because you want to accomplish so much. Oh, don't do that, Sam. Don't put my business out like that. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's all good.
Bro, some of the saddest days, I got this drawer, like a little catch-all drawer, and I write down a lot of notes, bro. Digital, I don't care how much phone we got. I still write down a lot of notes. But it'd be the saddest day when I go through and see something like a little to-do list, like, oh man, I ain't do that. I still, like, bro, I literally, but you see me though. My planning game is off the chain. I just don't plan like it's the execute part that I kind of struggle with. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a full executed, but the planning stage are off the chain. And if I do finish, if I do execute something, my follow-up is pretty strong too, especially if it's something that got my name on it. Like if Pastor asked me to do something, but you know what I'm saying, he wanted to get done through me, like I'll follow up real, you know what I'm saying, make sure I'm good. But man, that execution, I'll be looking at that stuff like
I think that you're right. Notes and scribbles everywhere. Yes, indeed. Yes. Oh man, you're playing and whiteboard is great. Yes. Got to get the whiteboard though.
Got to have it.
I got that joker like, was it like 2-3 years ago? Oh man, it's where I scribble my ideas and stuff, erase it, put something else. But anyway,
if I had a whiteboard in my office, it would have a house drawn on it.
Like I said, who drew the house?
Right,
me. Me, I was drawing.
You just be doing some art. There's a little artistry. Good morning, Sean. Good morning. Oh,
good morning, Sean.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. So with your biggest life lessons, right? Learning to, like you, Pastor, learning to get over it. How has that progressed? So you know it. Do you still find yourself stuck sometimes trying to get over it? Like even spoke about, still the struggle of focus, but you know what it is. He knows how he has to kind of attack some things.
It's constant.
Okay.
You're constantly having to remind yourself. When you think about each of our perspectives, each of our points, you're talking about this is the one that has had probably recently the most impact for me is learning to get over it, learning to get past it, learning to keep moving forward, because I see what it looks like. I understand what it feels like to stay in a place too long.
Yeah.
Or to not get past it, because you lose so much by applying available energy to an unnecessary space.
That's good.
Unprofitable space.
Because it takes energy.
Yeah. I find myself saying this to my children, that situation does not deserve the energy that you're giving it. That is energy that could be better applied more productively in another area of your life.
Yeah.
So when you struggle to get past something, you're expending critical energy unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Right.
And it could be better used.
Right.
Pastor, can I ask you, AD, if you don't mind, like if it hurts, does that mean you're not over it? If it still stings, does that mean you're not over it?
No, no, not necessarily, because, that is validation that you're not over it. I take that back, but it does not mean you're stuck.
Okay.
You can still feel pain and still progress forward.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
You ever play basketball on a sprained ankle?
Right.
You can't run as fast, but you can still move.
Run. Okay, that's good.
Right. So like I still feel the pain of loss, but I continue to progress forward. It just, my issue is that when you're on something and it becomes a stumbling block, it becomes a deterrent, it becomes a restrictive barrier to forward progression. The message is get over it.
Yeah.
You know, when AD talked about being on the train one stop too long and having to get off the train, you know, what are you going to do? Sit there and freeze to death? Right. No, you're going to turn around and you're going to walk home.
Right.
Or you're going to find another mode of transportation.
Right.
You're not going to be Jack Nicholson in The Shining, who sits down in the maze and freezes to death.
Right.
You know,
he couldn't find his way out. That's a message right there. He couldn't find his way out. He got stuck.
You know, it's kind of like, it feel like sometimes, I don't know if you feel me on this, but I think some of the hesitation to it feels like to get over a thing is kind of dishonoring it. Like we had a deacon that died at our church. Man, I love this man. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm saying, like, it was like 4 or 5 years later before I erased his phone number out my phone. It's almost like if I was on racing too fast, it was like dishonoring him. I mean, if he would call me, I wouldn't have picked up. But I'm just saying, it just felt like, you know,
right.
You know, it's like a dishonor, and I hear that a lot with like my wife, my sister don't be talking like, you know, about all these people who get married real quick after their wife something died, like almost like it's dishonoring it, like you got over it too fast. How you feel like that timeline, like people setting timelines for you, like, oh, pastor could have waited 3 months or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I've learned how to rebuke the ignorance of people who don't know my heart. You can't tell me how to mourn. You can't tell me how long to mourn. You can't measure my emotional state. You can only measure what you experience with me. Not what I experience within myself. Right. That's why, you know, that's what I love about a relationship with God. That's why I love about having conversations with a confidant, having people in your life that can speak to the areas of your life that you can't get to. Right. It's hard to step out of the box if you can't see yourself in the box. Somebody has to be looking at you, understand you, recognize when your behavior has changed, and ask you what's going on with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Definitely.
Everybody needs that person in their life. But what I'm saying is, we are never going to be without pain. We have to understand, like in professional sports, they tell you, you know, you got to know the difference between being hurt and being injured.
Right. Yeah, we'll get into that too.
You can play hurt,
Definitely.
but you can't play injured. And if you injured, get healed. Get help. You understand? So that you can get back up and get to moving again. And I think it's important for us to understand those types of things. That's why we have to have fellowship. We have to be part of a village, part of a community, so that, you know, the Bible says, know them that which labor among you, you know, so those are the things that I talk about. So when we talk about getting over it, I'm not trying to shortcut. I'm not trying to, you know, devalue an experience. You know, people use the term loosely. Oh man, get over it. Easier said than done. Sometimes, depending on whatever the occurrence has been. But I think it's important for us to understand that at some point you have to move forward. You've got to pick up the pieces. That's what I mean when I say get over it. But I can't tell you what the timeline is. I can only tell you, recognize when it has. You have to be critical of or be discerning enough to know when you stopped moving forward.
And
it's about being stuck.
And I think Pastor hit on. I was going to mention it as well, like the difference between being injured and being hurt, or being, you know, if you're just in pain, you can play through. You know, injured is you're stuck. You know, you can't. And that's the moment, like you said, you need the healing. You need the help. You know, to get through it. Then once if you're in pain, it's like we can push you, pull you. Let's go. Let's just keep. Don't get into a place where if you're injured, then you got to figure out how to get out of that injury. You know, what can you do to heal? what is it that you need? And it's hard. Like that's that get over it, or now a term more or less of being able to move forward. Because like you said, Terrell, it's like you don't get over it, especially death. You don't really get over it because you don't forget them. You don't not think about somebody. And it's funny, like, my dad died in 2000. Like I missed him, but the neighbor missed him more because he's seen him every single day. It's like, those that are around, like you felt for the deacon, and they're probably family members that didn't hurt as much as you because you seen him every Sunday or every meeting and every, it's like at that point in his life, you were closer, so it's just being able to move forward and not get stuck. If it's a hindrance to your progression, then you're in an injured spot and you got to find a way to be able to move forward. And and like I said, death is probably the most difficult thing to really just move past, because you, like you said, you feel like if you're not thinking about them, you're not honoring them or so much, like, oh man, I can't believe I forgot about them, or,
Now that.
So yeah.
You just said something, man. You said, I want to say it the way you said it. You said sometimes death is the most impacting thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned something. I remember when my son was diagnosed, it was one thing to get the diagnosis. It was another thing to watch him get weaker. Right?
Okay. Right.
And I was having this conversation with someone, and I was talking about the struggles of dealing with muscular dystrophy, and this person had lost a child.
Okay.
And they said, well, I lost my baby. I lost my son as a baby, like a couple months old. At least you still have yours.
Right.
And I asked her, I said, let me ask you something, because this person had another son. I said, how does that make me feel better?
Right.
You lost a son. I still have mine, but I have to watch him get weaker and weaker and weaker over time.
Right.
I'm literally watching him deteriorate. So your statement is supposed to make me feel better.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the point is we say things and we have no idea what it is we're saying, but what we're doing is we're compensating for the void that we have.
Right.
So when you talk about playing hurt, playing injured, like one of the things you have to recognize in life, and this is the human mind at its best, like if you have a physical problem, if you're struggling with your left arm, your right arm is going to work harder to compensate for the lack of the lack of mobility in your left arm. Am I right? We're for your right arm is going to do more for your left arm. Am I right?
No fun.
Excuse me.
Nice. All right.
So we automatically compensate, right? Oh, I'm not feeling good. I broke up with my boyfriend or my girlfriend, so I'm gonna go to the gym and work out even harder,
right?
Until I feel better.
Right.
We compensate. Am I right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go hang out with the fellas. I'm gonna go hang out with my girls to get my mind off of this.
Yeah. Compensate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I'm gonna have an extra drink tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Craig, I'm gonna get you high today because you got fired.
Right.
You ain't got no job. Right.
We compensate. We try to do other things to feel, and the danger is when your compensation mechanism becomes your new addiction. That's why you got to get over it. It's great to go hang out, get your mind off something, but don't lose sight of the fact that it's going to be there when you get back.
Right. Right.
Because you can't stay in the bottle. You can't stay at the club. You can't stay at your girlfriend or your homeboy's house. You can't live in the gym.
Right.
So that's why it's critical to get over it, because your compensation mechanism can become a vice.
Yeah, definitely. So Kaneem, let me ask you something. I know we talked about being aware. So you said your biggest lesson is from watching your mother go through her different mental states, and that being aware of those around you. How's that helped you going forward? As far as like your awareness, or like did it heighten it at that point? Like, even your mother, like, though she's probably like the highest trusted person on the list of people, that you ever have,
Yeah.
when you kind of like had to kind of watch your back from mom, did it affect everything else, with trusting other people?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that's for one, her being a single parent, I had all the freedom. You know what I'm saying? So I could do what I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted.
Right.
And being that, I was on shaky ground with the trust that I had in her, it just made me be able to read people a lot quicker. You know what I'm saying? Like some folks, it take them a minute, and then they have to take them little bumps upside the head, and then they be like, I can't fool with that person. I read people a little quicker by conversations, because I go certain places in the conversation real quickly, just to see. It's almost like I'm testing you. You know what I'm saying? So doing our conversations, and I know if I want to deal with you, or I ain't gonna say manipulate, but kind of, do you have a purpose to serve for me? You know what I'm saying? So it made me, I guess, a real focused on, because no brothers, no sisters, just me. And I always had that motto, like, if I fall on my behind, well, I ain't say behind, but I'm gonna say it today. If I fall on my behind, if I fall on my behind, ain't gonna be nobody that'll pick me up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just me. I can't call my mama. I can't call my daddy. I can't call nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to make sure you on your feet at all times. So,
hey Kaneem, that always was a motivator, or had that ever made you feel sad? The fact that you was all you had always motivated you, or the fact that you all you had was like made you feel like alone? Is it been 50-50? Has always been the motivator, or like what is it?
I don't think I've ever felt sad about it. I just was aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always had a somewhat of a positive outlook, per se. I mean, I really didn't think I was gonna live to see 25, and when I got there, I was like, that was a crowning moment. Like, okay, well, you got 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the people that I come in encounter, those that were good to me, I try to hold them close over the years, and those that were, I guess you would call it, associates. When I see them, we cordial, we cool, but I don't maintain those connections.
Right.
I don't be like, hey man, give me your number. This, that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hit on my number, blah, 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 blah. I don't even do that, because we wasn't like that back then.
Okay.
Why are we gonna be like that now? You know what I'm saying? Right. So I guess it's just that's the part I get. Like when I met AD and I met E and Brian, I was like, when I met Brian, we was at an event, and our conversation was enjoyable, because I was learning as we spoke.
Right.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? When I met AD, our conversation was enjoyable because you had funny things that I was like, is he serious? Like, but it was in a genuine way though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't like he was trying hard to be funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking more like, is he serious? But he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he good people, man.
He good people. Him and the wife. So you know, as I met all y'all, you know what I'm saying? But it's but I think that's why y'all hang together.
Right.
Because y'all good people. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
And I wanted to surround myself with those type of individuals.
Right.
So some of that can rub off on me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I've been solo for a minute. Like you said, my circle is small.
Right.
I can't cut everybody off because that ain't the type of circle that I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, grow with. That ain't the type of circle I wanted to be amongst.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on a different path and I'm trying to choose differently and be different.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's so nice.
Hey, at this stage in life, you got to be like how we all say, transparent.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed. Really.
Let me give y'all flowers now. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed. Talking about group hug. All right. Stop.
Okay, Samantha, you're having zero impact on the level of testosterone and masculinity that I feel. I'm cool. How about them Cowboys?
Oh Lord, with that ridiculousness about them Cowboys.
No, but what I hear from you is you saying like you've learned to make yourself, like when the opportunity is there and you recognize it, you make yourself more available than you used to.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's growth.
That's good.
That's growth because you done the solo thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You giving this a try. You giving this a try.
Yeah, I think I mastered that part.
It's some benefits to being solo, man. Like that responsibility just on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get attitude with yourself. You come and go as you want. You feel me?
And one thing about being solo, man, is my whole thing was that I learned that if you don't involve a lot of folks, then it ain't really a whole lot of witnesses to what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
real, man, that's real talk, man. Like, when you out there, it's certain things you can do that can't nobody go back and share because you on your own and you can do things that might be
no witnesses,
suspect to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's some advantages, but it's also the other side of the coin with that.
Right.
When pilots go to get their license, their pilot license, they go through the training, they go through the simulation, and they actually get in the plane, but they can't fly by themselves. They have to have a co-pilot.
Right.
Right. Anytime you get in a plane, there has to be a co-pilot.
Right.
But what I found out is, as much as a co-pilot is critical to having the plane, you cannot get a pilot's license without flying solo. You have to go through the solo flight process.
Right.
You got to get on the plane. You got to ascend. You got to take off. You have to fly a path, a route, and you have to land all by yourself.
Right.
So as much as it is necessary to have a co-pilot for every airplane, you cannot get licensed without a solo flight. Why? Because you have to prove that you can get it done without anybody else in there with you. Right?
I feel that.
So it's great to have partners and all of that, but certain things you got to be able to know how to do it by yourself.
By yourself.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everybody need that period in their life where they go through by themselves. You got to know you find yourself. Yeah.
I wish I could get my boys to understand that right now, but their mama was holding on real tight.
Yeah.
They don't want to shake it loose. Like, you got to take that ball away sometime now. You can't just keep on feeding them and
The kids
Let
don't
them
know how
stand on
good they
their own
got.
2 feet. Everybody gonna stumble. I ain't know one person yet that ain't stumbled
Right.
on the way to being an adult. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Right.
Well, yeah, the thing is, what people don't realize is, as parents, and I'm like, we all have to learn this. Like when my children learned to drive, I had to get over not being in the passenger seat. I had to let them go, let them
Right.
drive.
Right.
But not being in the seat next to them doesn't mean I'm not here.
Right.
Right? Because I get you. We have to know that things are going to go wrong, but it's just important for them to know that I may not be in the room, but you know that I'm here. I'm not.
Right.
I haven't left your life.
Right.
Right.
Right?
Definitely.
I'm just
And I
letting you
think
stand.
that's what you have.
Yeah. Definitely. Man, this is good. So listen, we appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with the Brothers of Legacy, where we don't stand out, we stand up. We come on every single morning, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. I want to thank God for Pastor Brian A. McCrory, always rocking with us, as well as Kaneem and our brother Ephraim, Reparations Terrell in the building. So appreciate you guys for being here. Again, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Join our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Never miss a broadcast. Again, we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Same time, same channel. This is a great conversation. We talked about getting over it, having patience, being aware, the power of focus. Focus would change your life. So we appreciate you guys for being here. Again, we look forward to seeing you same time, same channel. Listen, do me a favor. Make sure you share. Just share. If you really like what you see, you're on. Several folks come on every single morning. I know some people share out. Make sure you let everybody know that we're here, so you don't miss what's going on. Ephraim, we appreciate you being here, my brother.
yes, sir.
But we will see you guys same time, same channel. But like I said, make sure you share. If you're part of the text community, take that text and share it to some folk that you talk to, even every once in a while. Just share it to them. Say, hey, let me know what you think. Just let me know what you think. That's it. That's all. That's all I'm asking. All right. And if you're in the YouTube space, make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you are liking, putting a thumbs up, so we get them algorithms to know that things are happening with the Brothers of Legacy page. All right. So we look forward to seeing you. Same time, same channel. Know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to stay safe. And we'll see you in the AM. Peace out.
Peace.
As always, we love you. Know that God loves you more. Stay safe. Thank you guys for rocking, hanging, being with us. Sharing is caring. All of my replay peoples that watch in the background that I know see this show, I